In this video, I'm going to teach you some more advanced things that you can do with math and math functions here in JavaScript. And so the very first thing we're going to talk about, even before we get into the programming side of it, is something called the order of operations. And this is extremely important when you start building out applications, because whether you think you're going to be building an application that has math inside of it or not, you will be using math. There's really no way around it. Programming is made up of math, and so you don't have to be a math genius to be a decent programmer, but you do at least have to have a basic working knowledge of the fundamentals of it. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is something called PDMIS, and you may have heard it also called in the sentence, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," or something to that effect. And what it essentially stands for is the P stands for parenthesis, the E stands for exponents, the D stands for division, M for math, A for addition, S for subtraction. And so all of that means is that this is the exact order that JavaScript and any programming language that's out there is going to run these mathematical equations. So in other words, say that you have 4 different variables lined up and you're multiplying 2 of them together and another one you're adding, the program, regardless of what order they're in, the program is going to run the multiplication before it runs the addition. And so we're going to run through. It's one thing for me to say it, another thing for you to actually see it in action. So we're going to bring back, I have to remember to do var, num1 equals, we'll do 10 again. And we'll do var num2 equals 2. And we'll do one more. We'll do var num3 equals 5. Some nice easy numbers. So now what we're going to do is start combining some things and seeing the order that they come out in. So we're going to do num1 plus num2 multiplied by num3. Okay. And actually, yeah, we can just do it exactly like this. If you're using a different program, you're going to want to console log out it or log it or something like that, or alert it. But for the Java console, we can just do this. So what you're going to see here is you have num1, which equals 10, num2, which equals 2, and num3, which equals 5. If a lot of people are under the wrong assumption that you just read these from left to right. So you would do 10 plus 2 would equal 12 times 5, which equals 60. But we're going to run this, and you're going to see the answer is 20. And that may surprise you if math wasn't really your thing. The reason was because of the order of operation. This part of the equation, num2 and num3, was actually multiplied together and then num1 was added. So this would be 2 times 5, which would equal 10, plus 10. So you get 20. We're going to do this again, and this time we're going to put parentheses around it. So, because remember what happens with parentheses, they get processed first. So this is going to look extremely similar, except we added the parentheses in, and now you can see we get our 60. So when you're running through different programs and you're programming different applications, one thing you're going to always want to make sure is you're doing the order of operations correctly. I've had a number of times where I would get return results that were not what I was looking for, and it turned out I might have had the wrong, the order of operations set up incorrectly. So this can work for absolutely anything, and I really do encourage you to get on the JavaScript console and play around with this until you really do become familiar with it, because it is very important. It is something you're going to be using on a very regular basis. And we'll Okay, I want you to follow along as I'm running through this and see what answer do you think this will equal. Well, if we use the order of operations, we know that we're going to take num3 minus num2. So we're going to take 5 minus 2, which is going to equal 3. And then we still, though, are going to do this division. So we're going to have num2, which equals 2, divided by num1, which equals 10. And don't worry, I'm not asking you to actually give me the answer on this. It's more of just knowing the way this is going to be processed. So we're going to take 2 divided by 10. Then we're going to take these ones and we're going to multiply this times 2, or num2, and then we're going to take both sides of this and then add them together, and that's what our end result's going to be. And there we go. We have 6.2. So that's a nice, easy introduction into PEDMIS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or whatever kind of acronym or phrase you want to use for the order of operations. If you're not 100% confident in how you understand that, watch the video again. But the most important thing, just get on the JavaScript console, play around with it, and you'll have it in no time.